Okay, today we're going to work on simplifying fractions. When you're simplifying a fraction, you're taking a fraction amount and changing the way that you look at it. So you're going to take it, we've got 24, 36. Well, what can go into both 24 and 36? Well, first we need to see what can go into 24. Can 1 go into 24? Yes, 1 times 24. Can 2? Yes, 2 times 12. Can 3? Yes, 3 times 8. Can 4? Yes, 4 times 6. Can 5? No. And then when you say can 6, since we already have 6, you can stop because from there you're just going to work that direction. So now look at all of these and see which one can also go into 36. I would start with the biggest. Can 24 go into 36? No, not evenly. Can 12 go into 36? Yes, 12 can go into 36. So I'm going to divide 12 out. That means that every 12 little pieces you see, you're actually going to put them into a group of 12. So 24 divided by 12 is 2. Remember, if you have a hard time with division, you can always multiply going that way and say, what times 12 is 36? Well, 3 times 12 is 36, or 36 divided by 12 is 3. Is there anything else that can go into both of these? Well, how is the only way you get 2? 1 times 2. Can 2 go evenly into 3? No, so this would be your simplest form. Now let me show you over here on the picture. When you take your 24 out of 36 and you put them into groups of 12, you would take this group together, this group together, and then you would have this group together. Well, if I shade the same ones, this would be 1 big slice, 2 big slice out of 3 big slices. Same amount of pizza. This is just a whole lot easier for your brain to see. It is simpler. Okay, let's try that same fraction, but a different way. Everyone can see this differently. Some of you might immediately see that 2 goes into it. So what times 2 is 24? Well, 12 times 2 is 24. What times 2 is 36? Well, if you have a hard time seeing that, you could split this into 30 and 6. What goes into 30 2 times? Well, 15 does. What goes into 6 2 times? 3 does. So you know that 18 goes into 36 2 times. Then you have to ask yourself, is there anything that can go into both of those? Yes, there is. You might see 2. You might see 6. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Is there anything that can go into both of those? Yes. Whoops. 3 can. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. We still end up with the same answer. It just took us more steps. Now, remember, just because it takes more steps doesn't make it harder. For some of you, this would have been the easier way to go than this up here. You still end up with the same answer. You just have to make sure, is the only thing that these two have in common 1? If it's not, then this would not be simplest form. But since it is, then this is your simplest form. Let's try a different fraction. Let's do 14 over 63. And do it 2 different ways. Okay, if you look at these, what gives you 14? 1 times 14 or 2 times 7? No other ways give you that. So can 14 go into 63 evenly? No. Can 7 go into 63 evenly? Yes. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 63 divided by 7 is 9. Is there any other thing that can go into both of these? Well, let's check it. The only way to get 2 is 1 times 2. Can 2 go into 9? No. So this would be your simplest form. Okay, that actually is the only way to do this problem, so we don't have to show another way for that. Remember, guys, don't miss an answer just because you don't want to have to count all of your 7s or your 9s. If you don't know them, you might go out to the side and write them so that you have them. Okay?